Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to another Warcraft replay here. Nice little profile picture from Chaemiko as we are here on the Netease ladder once again. I'm pretty sure this is the ladder. Even though there are spectators and the players are colored, no tournament label on the replay website, and I just went ahead and checked at the ending and see if there was any chat interaction, you know, GG, basically. Most players don't seem to GG, which is really weird, but I'm fairly certain in tournaments most of the time they would, so I'm just gonna label this as a ladder game, but there's a couple of replays with these two players, so I'm not sure if these guys played, I don't know, custom game, or if they just played 2 times in a row or something like that. I'm just casting it because yeah, I really need to cast videos because I am dying in university and being swamped with assignments, and then I checked, crap, I haven't uploaded in a while. I really should get to that, so I'll upload 2 this time around. I'm supposed to be uploading 2 or 3 a week. That's what I ideally want, but oh well. I'm not... Was there any news on 1.30? As in terms of like when it's gonna be released, I'm not sure. I do know it's on the public test realm. I don't even play on the PTR, so I don't even know how effective the patch or update is. I see a lot of discussions on Reddit, and yeah, the common trend from what I've seen is that Orc is going to be pretty advantageous with the patch. They're gonna receive a lot more than the others would, and Undead is, I think people are saying, unfairly getting nerfed quite a bit, so not too sure on that. And I think Night Elf got touched very little or something like that. I don't actually remember. I did see that Undead and Night Elf probably will have to change their stylistic openings to more fast expand kind of centric play, and yeah, that's already like completely different from their current 1.29 playstyle, so we will have to see. And yeah, human is just human pretty much. Even though they did hurt quite a bit in terms of like militia, I don't think it's going to matter too much compared to the others. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, I completely forgot to introduce the players. Chaemiko sweating in as the yellow human player on the top right. He did go Archmage first, and he is actually going to steal a little bit of farm here from his opponent, who will be XiaoKK, the purple orc player in the top left, going for a fast tech, just as his opponent is. Yeah, pretty expected here for both sides. Chaemiko, since he is playing an orc player who likes to go a little aggressive, expanding first might be a little too difficult to pull off, especially with the Blademaster first here, even though Blademaster did get hit with 1.29 patch. Essentially still plays the same, at least in level 1 scenarios, so it's not going to matter too much. Footman is going to give a pretty nice donation over to the Blademaster as well, and trying to go after that Orc Burrow might not be able to do so as more peons are being brought over here. And yeah, that's a lot of resources going to be put into repair, but the elements of the Footman are just not going to be able to cut it. Might lose another Footman for it, and that would be pretty bad, because normally the Blademaster doesn't get this many kills early on if you're playing smartly, and yeah, just sadly, unfortunately, Chaemiko did lose quite a bit in terms of just investment and time. Lost himself a couple of Footmen, and of course he lost the precious time that he could have probably spent just creeping by himself. Tier 2 nearly done, and hovering over the tavern might suggest a second hero to be a tavern hero. We shall wait and see, but Tinkerer, Beastmasters, just all the more pretty up there, I guess. Maybe even Alchemists as well for humans especially. They do like taking them Alchemist second just for that really good healing spray. but for now it doesn't seem like that is going to be the case, as Chaemiko is going to hold off on a second hero and going for double double arcane sanctums. There's no night elves this game, so there's absolutely no ancients, so slip of the tongue there. Ring of Regeneration for the Blade Master will keep him pretty hard to kill, and I mean he would like some bonus attack damage, but Ring of Regen is always very nice, especially with the potential second hero that he would get. Shadow Hunter or Eternal Chieftain, both of them would like to stay very healthy, as it seems like we're just going for the Spirit Lodge Bestiary tier 2 placement here. Shadow Hunter coming out as a second, so XiaoKK is playing pretty standard, like 1.28 and before standard kind of thing, which I guess kind of attributes to the fact that I haven't actually been watching too much Orc versus Human. And here we go with a Creepjack. I actually have no idea if the Blade Master got a Creepjack off or not. I don't think he was able to get experience from that troll, but he did take down the footman, and yeah, we'll just be chasing Chaemiko away. With a full health Blade Master, it's kind of difficult as an Archmage who is half health himself to actually push this guy away. Mountain King is going to come out and go for that Stormbolt to stop him from advancing. Surprised the Blade Master is going to back off right now, probably just cleaning out the camp that was left behind. But I mean, he could have definitely gone in for maybe a potential one footman kill there. I mean, yeah, he was still dusted, but Mountain King just tossed a Stormbolt, so it was on cooldown. But oh well, the Ogre Mauler is just going to be taken out, and item is going to be the Sentry Wards, which the Blade Master will claim, and Mountain King didn't try for anything there, as here comes a little bit of a skirmish. Stormbolt to the face of the Blade Master, and that will probably seize fights here. And nope, seems like Chaemiko going right back into the fray is going to lose himself a couple of footmen already in the at the start of the battle, which is definitely not a good sign. Blade Master did get a bit of a unit pathing there, but yeah, Windwalk is going to ignore that unit collision. I'm surprised XiaoKK is not continuing this fight, considering there's not that much for Chaemiko. Only 2 sorceresses and 2 priests. I mean, yeah, there's the 2 heroes there, but the Blade Master is, I mean, he's still pretty, he's a lot of units in one, I'm trying to basically say. And the priest, not in a good position, is going to take a bit of damage from the Blade Master there. Sorceress is going for the slows, as unluckily both of them get ensnared, so we shall see if XiaoKK is going to take advantage of this. The Blade Master is going for one of the sorceresses right now, as I think they just got killed off by the Murloc, as the Troll Berserker is going to get taken down by the Mountain King, as the rest of the Orc units are chasing away against those casters there. Yes, the Archmage is one big caster, which is why I'm just calling him that. And a really early Kodo Beast for XiaoKK. Normally we see these guys after a good number of Raiders pop out, but we have yet to see any Raiders, just being Spirit Walkers so far. Kodo Beast, early Kodo Beast, I'm not sure what my impression is on that. Yeah, you can, I guess, take away a unit for free. The only problem is, like, most of these units kind of come in a big batch of numbers, so taking one of them out doesn't really do too much. But yeah, Raiders are going to start popping out for XiaoKK. He's also going for adept training on his Spirit Walkers, giving him that disenchant, which not sure if he really needs it. I guess he can use it for those elementals, but that is a huge investment in mana. Level 2 for the Mountain King, that will give him Bash or Slam. Was it Thunderclash? I've been seeing a lot of Stormbolt slams, so we might just see him having that instead of Bash. Bash passive. Blade Master was stealing the bottom right camp for himself, as I mean, the Archmage has spotted him, but the Blade Master just does not care. He got himself a clause for it, and he is very happy. Actually, I really need to see the experience bar, but I guess the Blade Master did take it. It wouldn't make sense for the Archmage to have stolen it and only gained the living experience from his last level up, so fairly certain the Blade Master did take it, but I could have sworn my eyes saw like nothing happen to the experience bar. But either way, Blade Master roaming around, he is in a decent level, so Shadowhunter will be able to take the full experience for himself, already at level 3, so I'm not sure what the Shadowhunter is going to be. I only saw Healing Wave so far, and no Serpent Wards just yet, so it could just be Hex Healing Wave, just very traditional Shadowhunter, but like I said before in previous games, that Serpent Ward did get a pretty good buff on all levels in terms of damage and health, so it's a fairly good DPS tool and very good defensive or offensive threats, so we shall see. This expansion is on its way for XiaoKK, which is very uncharacteristic of an orc player, but right now he's pretty much doing nothing, which is really odd, but then again his opponent is not doing anything either. Blade Master, I believe he did see these double elementals being invised, so yeah, is going to expect that to come out. We also have Sentry Wards placed down as well, so these invised elementals not actually going to do anything. Very nicely done there with the last charge of Sentry Wards, as the Serpent Wards have been placed down. I believe that's a level 1 Serpent Ward health, so not going to do too much damage. Here comes a Thunderclap there, as the expansion is going to be forced to cancel, as the TP scroll is going to be coming in. Only a single Spellbreaker gets taken down, so Spellbreaker's TP scroll in exchange for a cancellation on that Great Hole, which is fine, I guess. Pretty even exchange, maybe slightly going towards the orc player, but yeah, the expansion just gets placed down right away. Chaemiko needs to do something about that, whether or not he goes for his own expansion or he makes low upkeep army, I don't know, but he is going to be slowly overtaken in terms of economy, which is not that great, especially against an orc player as a human player, so I imagine he will take that expansion since his opponent so kindly cleared the particular camp. Level 4 Blade Master still running around with his 2+6 claws and some attack speed. Honestly, the attack speed is probably even more important than it ever was, since more attacks might just be better than bigger attacks, maybe? I don't know. I still haven't really thought about the Blade Master nerfs in this patch. I guess claws are still just statically better than attack speed, since you only get like 15%, so that's not that impactful, to be honest. Expansion halfway there, as more militia are moving out, so might have a tower push, maybe? I have no idea, but it looks like it. One Ivory Tower on the Archmage, and the Mountain King has another one as well, so potential tower push. The Archmage did retrain, so I imagine he is going to get himself that Blizzard, as a Stormbolt goes onto that Shadowhunter's face. Nice surround onto the Shadowhunter there, as we will have a Windwalk swap and the Invuln pot switched to that Shadowhunter. Very nice quick thinking there from XiaoKK, as a Blizzard comes down on the Orc army, and that is going to do quite a bit of damage there. The Orc army is going to be forced to retreat, as the Spellbreakers are going to slowly advance. Nice splitting, I guess, for the Orc player, but the Blade Master is taking a whole lot of damage. He did give his Invuln over to the Shadowhunter, which might actually bite him in the dust, as a Thunderclap Stormbolt burst damage is going to be able to finish the job, as the Serpent Wards are constantly going to be placed down there. Another Blizzard is going to be cancelled by an Ensnare. That was probably the first cancellation by XiaoKK. Even though he was quick with his Blade Master, he's not so quick with his Raiders, unfortunately, as we see a whole load of orange health coming in on the Orc Grunts and Raiders, as yikes, XiaoKK is just getting absolutely hammered right now. Thanks to those Serpent Wards, he is able to keep up quite a bit, and might be able to finish the job on a couple of these units, but yeah, both sides suffering heavy losses, as I think it is going to be Chaemiko going to be pulling out here, as more Serpent Wards are being placed down, and yeah, it seems like all of the Spellbreakers are going to get taken out, so not ideal to stick around. I mean, yeah, trading Spellbreakers for the rest of the Orc units is fine, but the leftovers can't really clean up the Serpent Wards all too well, so Chaemiko is going to back off. Is at 37 supply versus opponent's 41, but of course the supply doesn't count those Serpent Wards, which is currently at level 2? Level 2? Oh, level 5 Shadowhunter, so that might be a level 3 Serpent Ward. I guess. I'm pretty sure it's level 3. It's pretty big, and I could have sworn level 3 was like 200 health, but I guess that is a little too much, considering the cooldown and the damage, so I'm just going to say level 3 Serpent Wards. I really should have search the actual Serpent Ward health and damage, but yeah, considering it's a level 5 Shadowhunter, it is probably a level 3 Serpent Ward. Level 4 onto both of the human heroes here for Chaemiko. That is just going to be giving level 2 Brilliant Sword to the Archmage, and I guess level 2 Thunderclap, as he already has level 2 Stormbolt. And this is going to be the last creep camp for the map, until the only way of experience is killing your opponent. So,
forces are under attack.
Yeah, Blamemaster, where are you? There you are. Being auto-revived here. He is at level 4, which, not that great, but I guess the Shadowhunter is pretty much going to be the main carry here. Meh. Yeah, I guess. And so far Chaemiko's, I mean not Chaemiko, but XiaoKK has just been sitting around. I guess he's waiting for his Blamemaster, but he is sitting at 50 supply. I guess he's being really greedy with his expansion, trying to get as much gold as possible before he is forced to go into upkeep. And Chaemiko on the other hand, same thing. But so far he has been the one that has been going for the attacks, so I expect him to do it again soon. Both the healing scrolls have been purchased by the Mountain King. I think the Blamemaster was going for it himself, as yeah, he comes out empty-handed. No invuln, no double scrolls of healing, so yeah, being able to get that first was a really good decision by Chaemiko, and might affect the later game, as TP Staff is going to be picked up by the Blamemaster instead, and it seems like he was able to pick up an invuln anyway. I guess that this invuln was already in the inventory, so there is that. Yeah, that early transfer from the invuln to from the Blamemaster to the Spirit, the Shadowhunter, was kind of disastrous, because later on it was then the Blamemaster that was focus fired instead. So obviously not fast enough, XiaoKK, but yeah, this time around both heroes do have their own invulns, so we shall wait and see, as Chaemiko has gone into upkeep, 59 out of 78, and yeah, I imagine him to move out fairly soon. Good number of old units, to be honest. And I imagine the entire Orc army will be slowed to death, as we still only have 50 supply for XiaoKK. Fortress Check is on the way, so Battle Drum upgrades will be in very soon, and I imagine maybe going into upkeep. But so far it's just been the Blamemaster who has had all the attention for XiaoKK, as yeah, I'm not sure what this sudden truce is, but it is getting rather awkward, I guess. It's kind of getting scary for oh, actually never mind. As soon as I said that, XiaoKK has finally broken into upkeep. I was gonna say Chaemiko is very nearing his max capacity, and if he ever attacked while XiaoKK was still at 50, that would have been rather disastrous, as it would have pretty much looked like a steamroll. Yeah-oh. Ivory Towers do have their Magic Sentry upgrades, so as soon as that finished, the Blade Master got instantly spotted, and that was kind of dangerous, but thankfully he was able to get out of there as quickly as possible. I mean, he's still very fast without his boots, so has been overworking those that wind walk, as his opponent is constantly checking him out with that reveal. That is thanks to that Magic Sentry upgrade. Those Arcane Towers do have free periodic reveals, and he is taking advantage of that very, very nicely. There are no Goblin Laboratories as far as I can tell, since this is Echo Isles, so yeah, XiaoKK can't actually do the same. Lightning Bolt gets picked up for the Blade Master, as the Serpent Ward, which was acting as a Sentry Ward, has spotted the human army here. 78 versus 74, and it seems like XiaoKK might just ditch his own base. He is actually going to ditch his own base and go straight for a trade. Not that much defenses here either for Chaemiko, and Raiders are going to make quick work out of these buildings here, so it's going to be a pretty even trade, but I'm not sure what is going to happen after this, because gold mines should be expiring very soon. About 600 gold for both sides. Should be out in about 3 minutes. I think 3 minutes. I think that's how it goes. 3 minutes, or it's a minute and a half. I don't actually remember the gold to minute ratio, but yeah, that is going to be that. With Raiders and a Demolisher, those buildings are very, very quickly melted down. Supply is pretty even, 75 each, but we have to remember about those Serpent Wards. They do tip the scales slightly, and of course no elementals for Chaemiko means that those summon units are heavily favoring the Orc player here. But XiaoKK is fighting on his enemy's home turf, so reinforcements will come in a lot sooner, and yeah, not a good position for his Coders and Demolishers to begin. Demolisher is going to get quickly bursted down. Oh, one more hit. Wow, that Demolisher is going to live with 1 health exactly, as it is going to rain down on that siege damage. Lots of Spellbreakers for Chaemiko, but they are slowly being pushed away by those Raiders and Grunts. They're just face tanking the Blizzard. I'm not sure if that's a smart idea or not, but the Sentry Wards are slowly advancing in terms of position as well. A very nice Thunderclap there from the Mountain King. Just constant Thunderclaps are slowly doing enough chip damage to I guess, matter in the long run. Kotobeasts sadly haven't had anything to eat either, so even though Chaemiko is down by 10 supply, that could be down by like 15 or 20 supply if those Kodas were actually properly utilized. But slowly advancing yet again for XiaoKK. No more healing waves, which might be a bit of a problem here, as the face tanking might just not be as effective as it used to be. Blade Master out of mana as well, and he is going to be constantly feedbacked by those Spellbreaker Glaives. I think he was trying to go for the assassination on the Mountain King, but without any mana it's kind of hard to do it without the Windwalk, so gotta be careful there. The Blade Master is also dangerously low in terms of health, as I wonder where the Ring of Regen went. It would have been nice if the Ring of Regen was kept instead of sold, but oh well, that is indeed hindsight. More healing waves coming out from the Shadow Hunter there, as the Demolisher, still 1 health, has been demolished by those Militia. So that does even things up a bit in terms of supply, and the Blizzard, XiaoKK actually reacting very, very slowly and very poorly to that, is going to lose his last Demolisher. And that might just be the go-ahead for... wow, the Blade Master I completely did not expect to be taken down, especially since he had that invuln, so a huge blunder by XiaoKK, and that might be enough momentum for Chaemiko to actually assert full dominance here. I mean, the Kodos have yet to eat anything still, so Chaemiko is playing this a little safe. 41 versus 43. We do have a Voodoo Lounge up ahead. Speed Scroll is going to be used, I guess, to quickly reposition himself, or maybe just run back home, which not sure if that's a smart idea because he actually has no more gold left to get his Blade Master back with. Kodobeast tried to go for a Dynan Dash, but yeah, that is just gonna be that. It's going to be XiaoKK, the one who is going to GG out, as yeah, a bit of an odd game. It was very down to the wire, but it seems like I don't know. I don't know. It definitely felt like XiaoKK's game, but he didn't play too well with his units, aside from his Blade Master, and then at the end he lost his Blade Master suddenly, so that is really weird. I will see you guys again next time.